Okay, so I just walked up. I walked down, and there's a bunch, like there's beautiful beach right down there. I'll send you some pictures. Oh, I just laid against a rock. Oh, and I was sort of, like in a river, there's these little eddies behind the rocks. Well, there's like a little eddy out of the wind. And so I just laid there in the sunshine and just let all my stress and concern of, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? And just let it all go with the waves and let the warm sand on my bum and just feel so good. I had breakfast in Carmel and I did some writing. I've got some coaching calls later today and some different opportunities, but it's so wild not knowing what I'm going to do in a couple days. I had no clue what a planner I was and how in control I like to be, and how I'm actually feeling very held in the unknown. So, God, I'm really here I am thinking I'm this enlightened chick, right? And I'm like, I have so much to learn. Oh, but man, nature is so healing, so replenishing. I'm so grateful. So I'm gonna head back up into the redwoods, and hug one, and make myself a beautiful lunch, and then start some coaching calls. As I travel around and just finishing interviewing Penny, it just sort of hit me. It's been 2 weeks since I've left, and just that anything's possible, the boldness of this choice and this move. It's really easy just to kind of get into survival and go stay at this person's house, go stay at that person's house. But being with her and being in this, beautiful forest of redwoods and being in her sacred house, which is like a temple, and interviewing her about the art of Tantra, it's just really given me a sense of this is a precious opportunity for me to listen, to be me, to try things, to be bold, to be surrendered in ways that I never have before. I just wanted to share something too. 2 days ago, before I got here, I don't know if it was food poisoning, a nasty demon, an energetic awakening, a little bit of everything. I don't know, but I got really sick really fast. It hit within 2 or 3 minutes. It felt like an earthquake happened and the floor let out, and I was alone in a hotel on my way here. But I was so scared that I went to the lobby to say, I need help. I don't know if you've ever had that experience where you're not in your body anymore, but you're watching from out here and you need help. And I thought, well, I could just be here in the room, but what if I die in here? So I kind of wobbled into the lobby and they called the paramedics and they hooked me up to all this stuff and all my vitals were fine, but I could barely breathe. I wasn't in my body. I couldn't put words together. It was very spooky. I hope that doesn't happen again. Or I hope at least that the message or the gift of what that is begins to reveal itself. If anything, I feel less bound than I felt before, if you could call that idea of being out of, there's a beautiful nest. I'm looking at a nest in a tree. That idea of trying to figure everything out is kind of gone, and it really hasn't returned. A lot more surrender to the flow. So Penny was sweet. She's like, anytime you want to come back, you are welcome. So I have a new friend. It's like a mom friend, and that feels really good to my soul. Sisterhood. All right, well, I'm in Long Beach, California. My son's inside. So what happened when I first picked him up, he came running to me and he bowled me over with this big hug, and I just started crying, and it was so beautiful. He missed me as much as I missed him. So it was so good. And then we went to the Hollywood Bowl and we saw this the big symphony, the LA Philharmonic at the Hollywood Bowl, but it was to cartoons. It was to Bugs Bunny. The Tom and Jerry and Elmer Fudd and all that stuff. It was so fun. And then we drove down here to Long Beach and we stayed last night, and I wanted to snuggle him so bad, but we slept in my girlfriend's bed, and I got kneed in the back and kneed in the stomach all night long. So I didn't sleep at all. And so this morning I was totally cranky. And he, sweet boy, we had bought him a PS Vita yesterday. He had saved money for a Wii a couple years ago, and then we sold the Wii, and he's used that money, and now we get him a PS Vita, right? And in his MLB 13, the show, and he knows all the players and all the rest of it. Well, we didn't get the memory card or whatever you need to get. So this morning he had a massive meltdown, and I had not slept. So I was cranky, and then he had this big, huge meltdown and started crying. And then he just goes, Mom, I need a hug. And then he's like, I'm so, what did he say? I'm so sad that I'm so happy. And I'm like, what? So he's like, Mom, I'm so much happier. He goes, I'm so happy, because he's out of the vice, right? He goes, but I'm so sad that's because you're gone. And so he started crying, and he goes, I miss you, but I'm so happy. And it's kind of like we can't compute these two feelings in the same breath. Like it would look like this, and he's so happy. So he said, I'm so scared to tell you, but it's really working. Dad's being really nice to me. And so I just said, it's okay, babe. That's why I did it. I did it for you to thrive. So after that sort of initial crying happened, we had a great day. we walked like 4 or 5 miles. We walked to the Best Buy. We got his little memory card. We walked back. We had this great breakfast. We walked to the beach. There was all these like kite surfers around. We had a beautiful dinner. We're totally hanging out, and like spontaneously all day long he's saying, I love you, Mom, and he's hugging me, and he's like, quality over quantity. He gets it. So I brought my sleeping bag in from the truck. He's sleeping on the couch tonight. We did rock, paper, scissors. I get the bed. So it's working. It's intense, it's difficult, it's challenging, and it's working.